I am not having much luck this morning. I have made 2 videos. I made an applesauce chippets loaf, and I made somehow or other deleted the whole thing after it was all made. And then I tried again, and I did the same thing again. So I'm going to try something different here. We're going to cook another day. I'm going to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm just going to tell you a little story. So I was thinking about it, and I thought to myself, I remember one Christmas about 6 to 7 years ago that I wanted to work. We were living in Nova Scotia, big Christmas tree area, and I wanted to work in the Christmas tree industry, making these lovely wreaths that they did up country. So I didn't want to go by myself. So I said to my friend Tawny, Tawny, come with me, and we will go up and apply to make these wreaths. Well, she didn't really want to go, but she said, if you want to, I'll go with you, but she wasn't really hepped up about it. But I wanted to really desperately, so off we went. Well, I got up to the Christmas tree yard, and everybody's proceeding with their job, and they're going to teach me how to do these creative wreaths. And I'm wrapping, and then they brought a special worker over to work just with me. I thought I was special. And then she says to me, she goes, dear, you're not catching on. And I said, well, I'm trying. And she says, I know you're trying. She says, you're just not very creative. And I said, well, no, I guess I'm not. She said, but we want you to work. She says, we want you to be able to be here and enjoy part of our company. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you cutting brush. Well, that didn't sound so bad, cutting brush. Oh, I quite like, brushing my hair and whatnot. And then I thought, brush. I think she's talking about trees. I can't go out in the woods and cut trees. Oh no, she assured me. That's not what she meant. I would get to sit down. Well, that sounds good on a job, sit down. I'd get to sit down on a chair and hold a giant branch of a tree. I just get to hold it, and in my other hand I get my clippers, and I cut the limbs off this big tree, and they come and gather those up, and that's what they're going to make the wreaths from. And I thought, well, I'm going to get a very easy job, right? That's going to be good. Then I started cutting brush. Those trees are filled with spiders, little tiny spiders. They're all wet. They've just come out of the snowy things. They're all melting down, and you're getting covered in little spiders. Not my favorite insect. So anyway, I've got this big brush up and everything else. Well, I noticed by the end of the second day that my arm was completely red and rashed. My belly was all red and rashed. And I thought, that stuff's dynamite. Those little spiders are getting me. So anyway, I waited to the weekend. We did a few more days, waited to the weekend. I was covered with this rash. And I went to the doctor's. And he says, you have a pine allergy. Well, I'd heard of that, but I didn't really believe that, I've never had anything like that before. And, nothing, the smell of it didn't bother me. Pine sol doesn't bother me. But it was the touching of the leaves, I guess, or the pine needles. And so he says to me, he says, I can't tell you not to work, but he says, it'd be my recommendation if you don't have to, just, let somebody else do that. And, it's only 6 weeks, don't worry about it. So I had to say to Tawny, the doctor says that I can't do that job. I can't do it. She goes, I'm only doing it because you wanted company. And I said, I know, but he said I can't do it. So I went every day up and had lunch with her while she continued on. She made beautiful wreaths. She had a great time, but I did not, and I found out that I am not in the least creative. Not with tree limbs anyway. And when it comes to spiders, well, there's just one word for that. No. I have no use for a spider or a snake or a beetle or any bug, to tell you the truth. Any bug. I live in an apartment. There's not very many bugs. And that's the way I like it. Maybe I should say, that's the rest of the story. Anyway, if Tawny, if you're listening, I loved our time together out there. Sorry I couldn't work the rest of it with you. Anyway, everybody have a good day, and I will try to bake something for you another day.